Still says 7:15 p.m. 7:20. I should change that. Hello everyone. I hope you're all doing good. This is Let's Talk EV. We have 30 people here. Those are the hardcore people that are on time. Like me, I'm on time. For a change. I hope you're all doing great. I'm doing amazing. It's Sunday and tomorrow is work, so yoo-hoo! Should always complain about work, huh? Yeah, I shouldn't do that. It's just mentally not good. No, it's fine. It's okay. Let's change our background here. Ta-da! Channel membership and Patreon support. I say that first. Link in the description are YouTube channel membership and Patreon support. So on patreon.com you can support the channel and you get perks. So you get early access to videos and information that I get and cars that I get and all of this. They are amazing and they get stuff and sometimes even little spoilers that nobody should know. And yes, shouldn't have said that, eh? It's nothing big. Well, maybe it is. I hope you're all doing great. Like I said, we're going to go through a bit of news, go through the Ionity thing, a map. Then we're going to talk about last week's video with the ID.3 facelift. There's already a poll up. Did the ID.3 facelift changes meet your expectations? And so far 19 people have voted and 63% says no, 60%. And almost ready again. Happy Sunday everyone. Photostorm is here. Yeah, Grow M is here. Photostorm is a Patreon. Grow M a member. You can see the member when they're green and they have a little star beside it. They're awesome. Why do I see the first one? There's someone writing something on top. I can't see because the stupid poll is there. Dave I is here, also a member. Thank you all for being here. Yes, before we start, I have a question. Does anyone here have any contact to Darren? So the Life of Batteries, he's been a part of this live stream and the channel membership and before the Patreon and just being there all the time. And I've met with him twice. I did a video with him, and since January I haven't heard from him, and I wanted to ask him if so okay. I sent him a WhatsApp message and I sent that on Monday and he didn't even receive it. He received it today or yesterday evening, I don't know, but he's not replying. And I sent him an email and he's not replying, and he hasn't said anything on his own channel since January also. Or 2 months ago. Yeah, that's January, so I'm a bit worried. I hope he's okay. I expected to see improvement in chipset and preconditioning. But didn't you see the video? I made a video in... when was that? January, where Volkswagen already announced what the changes will be, and it will also be only outside. And he's still disappointed. And as I know from Volkswagen, they told me that the facelift was moved forward. So originally planned, so when ID.3 started 2.5 years ago, it wasn't meant to be a facelift 2.5 years later. It should have been later than that, so not in 2023. And then maybe there will be changes. So the new screen of the ID.7 and all of this. And because a lot of owners complained about the plastic thing on the hood and about the interior quality, Volkswagen moved that forward, and therefore it's only cosmetic changes. Yeah, but even when they will get a new screen, I don't know if the hardware underneath, why am I scratching? It look weird. Why the hardware should change, I don't know. He was in the chat a couple of weeks ago, I think. No, a long time that he wasn't in the chat, a very long time. I would say also January. So if he's mad at me and he's ghosting me or something, I'm okay with it. I just want to know that he's fine. I even Googled if anything happened in Manchester with a guy named like that. This is how I worry about my Patreons and members. See? That's why you join. Yes. Yeah, let's go through the news quick and see what happened. First I have is that Volkswagen said that we all know that for the ID.3 the small battery was cancelled because of the chip shortage. That's that's what Volkswagen says. I'm not saying that's how it is. I'm just saying that's what they said. Where am I? I'm a bit too bright here. Yeah, maybe I'm a bit too dark now. Let's do it to 125. And because of the chip shortage, they focus more on the big battery, so 58 and 77 kilowatt hours. And the small battery, which is also cheaper, could not be ordered, but this should be coming back. They don't know exactly. There will be new prices for the ID.3 at the end of April, but nobody knows if that means that then the 45 kilowatt hour battery is included in this. Why do I get advertising? All-in-one charging. Did I click on that? Then Tesla has opened supercharger network for other brands in the state, and that's very interesting. They're even making new superchargers in the States, version 4, that will have longer cables, so that other brands can charge there even easier. And I saw Marcus Brownlee on his, on Marcus, not Marcus, Marcus Brownlee charging with a Rivian there, but it wasn't on his main MKBHD channel. It was on the, what is it? I don't even know what the name is, something with Drive. And he went there and tried it. And I didn't even know the app, when you use, I don't know if it's in Europe the same, but when you use the Tesla app to charge even a non-Tesla vehicle, in the app you can see with how much power you're charging. Not just, I don't know, time and kilowatt hours. No, it says this. Yeah, version 4 is in Holland, also with the same cable, the longer ones. It's facelift, not a version, not a new version. It's what more can be expected, improved, so it's better. Volkswagen is bad with software, even outside of the car. I made a service appointment via their website, got an information, but the appointment got lost. Last Peter is here, Mark is here, Patreon and channel membership have been here. Then Crane 2, V4 chargers being installed first in Netherlands, not USA. I don't know. It's possible. I'm not saying that it's. I just saw that on the, what was it, the something Innovation Day Tesla, that they said they're starting with V4 chargers. That's all I know. But look at Ionity, if we have anything new. Look at France getting new chargers. Look at that. Spain, chargers everywhere. Look at that. Yeah, this is where I'm gonna go soon. Here, Alicante, and there's an Ionity there, and 2 Ionities, but only 2 stalls on each side. So I'm guessing no electric cars in that area. I've never seen an Ionity charger with just 2. What's with this? Not available until further notice. Oh my god. Do we have anything new in Germany? Still the one in Munich, not done. Anything going up here? Nope. All the same. Berlin. Yeah, we have to talk about that. I was invited to Berlin, but didn't make it. Yep. But first, let's talk a bit. 800 volt car can charge a Tesla superchargers version 3. Really? I had no idea. I thought 800 volt cars can charge at 400 volt chargers. And they can do that. With the app scheduling, I too see it as useless. Dealers are not buying into using the Volkswagen app. My local dealer refuses to pay Volkswagen for it. Ah, you have to pay if you do app scheduling. I had no idea. It's too hot in Spain. More snow in northern Scandinavia. That's nice. Volkswagen should have removed piano black in the doors, and central control piano black is for pianos, not cars. Yeah, they didn't change that. So I guess it wasn't too much backlash with that. My last 800 kilometer road trip in Sweden, I did only use Tesla superchargers, effortless and cheap. Cool. That's nice. What do you think about the new prices for the ID.3 versus Tesla Model Y? I just know that Tesla went down with the prices and Volkswagen went up because they put more features in there. So it's not a base model. For me personally, it's still not. I get when some people say, okay, this is cheaper, I'm getting this car, or I get more for what I pay. But for me, it's still more about what car is it. So for example, I'm not buying a very cheap electric car if I can get a good one, or the one that fits me. Let's say like that. As for Tesla stations, there are 2 in California and a bunch in New York State. Closest one is about 2 hours from me. Only folks who have Tesla accounts a Tesla in the past. Really? So non-Tesla owners cannot charge now? That's weird. I saw in his video of Marcus Brownlee, there were 3. There were so a Rivian, a Ford F-150 Lightning, and what's that one called? Lucid Air was there. Exactly. Ionity is way too crowded, like EA in the US. Hopeless. Yeah, it all depends where it is, I guess, huh? Because in Germany, Ionity, it's usually, even when we went to Copenhagen on the way back, when the holidays ended, even when it was busy, the most we had to wait one time was 2 minutes. So it was never a problem. And now have competitor EV accessing this feature. I like the Tesla state supercharger with my Volvo. The charge port is on the right side. That's true. We can, but I had never owned a Tesla, so I cannot just download the app and plug my ID.4 in yet. Huh, that's stupid. Fully loaded ID.3 is more expensive than Model Y long range. Is it in every country or is it just in your country? I charged in France on a Lego with WeCharge, only 31 cents per minute. Very nice price when charging with 100 kilowatt. It's true. At least Ionity works. EA in the US never seems to work. Yeah, I heard that too. The Electrify America has a big problem. Isn't it the US version of Ionity? No, it's Volkswagen chargers. Ionity, Volkswagen just owns a part. Well, if ID.3 is more pricey than a Model 3, why buy ID? Then I wonder, because some people don't like a Model 3 or Model Y like me. Even if it would be cheaper, I wouldn't buy a Model 3. It's just not my thing. And money is not everything. Sweden and Norway is too crowded. Yeah. Realize, Chris, that Tesla just launched this feature. It just went live only a few weeks ago. No, I'm just saying, I just thought it worked here when they started right away. Will you test the Ioniq 6? Saw it at a dealer yesterday. Very cool EV. Yes, I asked Launsberg am Lech, a Hyundai dealer, and he asked Hyundai Germany, and they said I'm allowed to in the end of March. But in the end of March, I'm not here, so it will be in the beginning of April. It's my understanding that new users just scanned QR code and are prompted to create a Tesla account and add a credit card. No need to ever own a Tesla. Okay, reasonable answer, Chris. No, it's all about, it's with every car. There are always cars that are cheaper, cars that are more expensive. This has more features than this. This is all-wheel drive, this has more power, this has more range, this charges slower or faster. It's all about what people like. Prices, if someone decides purely by price, they should do that too. For me, it's more a mix of everything. Tesla represent great value if the cars you actually want. Exactly. If a Tesla is a car that you actually want, go get it. You can still fast charge for free by Lidl Kaufland, Germany. Lidl is over. Lidl is not for free anymore. Kaufland also. It's not free anymore. There are some chargers, but not all of them. Megane E-Tech seems a better choice than ID.3. Again, this is taste. I drove the Megane E-Tech and it has great features, but there are some downsides that I didn't like and it didn't feel, for me, always have to say that, for me it wasn't better, especially acceleration, and that is something important, especially going from a light. I like that sometimes, every time I can. Does anyone else had the problems I had with the Volkswagen appointment website stuff? I never used it, I always called. Interesting stuff you put in here. What did I put in? Oh my god, BYD Atto 3 is also good value, unlike the interior though. I sent BYD email to get a press call or to be invited, anything, no reply. Nothing was said. Let's put in the other one again. Yeah, if you want to check out my Battery Life DE channel, same channel as this, but in German, except for the live stream doesn't exist, and my Behind the Battery channel, where I just show equipment that I use and how I do my things. But it's way less videos. I would say once a month, because it's too much right now. Right now it's work and videos for the main channels. I used to be in ID.3 chat line. There's a chat line, really? Megane E-Tech is too small for Megane. It's like more a capture from the interior space. Yeah, this also, but this wasn't important to me. See, everyone's different. For me, Megane E-Tech space was enough. I don't need more space. It was the acceleration, and for others, it's space. Android Auto seems to be much better than Volkswagen is. Yes, that it is. Totally right. Totally right. But for me, that isn't the point where I'm fine. Software has problems in Volkswagen, but I'm fine with it. I use mostly Android Auto anyways. Hello from Port Elizabeth, South Africa. Hello from Bavaria, Germany. Okay, let's talk about the last week, what happened, and the videos I put up. I put up the ID.3 facelift event video. That was a lot of fun filming with Matthias. And on Friday I posted the video of the questions you asked. So I put out a video a few weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. If you have questions for Volkswagen about the facelift model or other questions, and of course I couldn't ask all of them, and a lot of questions were the same. When is 3.0 coming on my car? And of course Volkswagen can answer this. I can only say that the rollout of 3.0 is extremely slow and problematic, way more problematic than 2.3. So there could be other measures, but I don't. Just give me a wave. I have watched all. I don't know what that means. With the Volkswagen appointment app, by example, my local dealer has 6 different dealerships for different manufacturers, Volkswagen being only one of them. They won't pay Volkswagen more dollars for the app service. Totally understand that. And why not call? So I don't do it. Did I do it? I think I did it over the website once, not with the app. I was on Volkswagen.de and then says I need an appointment when I was in my account. Worked. But I know them. I've been there a few times. I mean, one of the people there drove me to pick up my ID.3 in September of 2020. Yes. Yes, so I asked those questions, most of them, that I could get a decent answer. Of course, I asked more questions. There was stuff that they cannot talk about. If only you could simply open the WeConnect ID app and schedule a service directly from there. I thought that's what it does, isn't it? I thought that's the whole thing. Service partner. I can call. I can navigate. Can the website or email? Yeah, that's true. I can't do that. But how often do you need a service appointment that you can't call? That you have to do it like this? I found out that the appointment was gone via phone as well. It's nice too. Yeah, facelift ID.3. What do you say? What do you think? Like I said, I made a video about when Volkswagen briefed me a few weeks ago. I think it was in beginning of January, about what the facelift will include, and they already said that there won't be any changes to hardware, to battery, to motor or anything. So I wasn't expecting anything when I was there. I was just I thought I think I know how it will look like, and it looked a bit different. I was expecting more aggressive than for example, very close to the Cupra Born, but it looks more friendly than that. And I think it's more of the lights, because the Born lights are a bit more squinty. That makes it a bit more aggressive, more. And it's just different. You can see that the hood, for example, before the hood was like this, and then there came the plastic part and went up like this, and now the hood is going thicker and thicker, and then so on the side it stands up. And I think they did this so that they change out the hood for the new production, but the side panels stay exactly the same. So the front, the hood is different, but other panels on the side stay the same, so they don't have to change that much. The same with the rear. It's all the same. The side is a bit different. I'm a bit sad that it doesn't show what version it is anymore. I always like it to drive by an ID.3 and look and then see, a Pro, a Pro S, or a first edition. And now it doesn't say that anymore. I mean, I know it won't be a first edition anymore, but other than that, yeah. And interior, in the door, that it shows that there is this cushiony foam there. That's nice. But the front, that now it has this stitching in there. I didn't mind the interior before, and that's so it is the same. The seats, the new top sport seats, they look nice. I'm interested in door. Did the logo light from the door handle change? Ah, you mean from the mirror, not from the door handle. I don't even know. It was too bright to see that. I don't think so. I didn't notice anything. I don't think it will change. I know that it changed with a software update, because before it was just one little form, and now it's the form with broken pieces going away, which I find ironic when the software is a bit broken and then you make the logo. Well, it's not a logo. This graphic explode a bit and shatter into pieces. I don't know if this is a good idea. Yes, and yeah, but we talked about the event last week. It was really a lot of fun to drive there and film with Matthias. It was the first time. So when I was in Copenhagen, he filmed one scene with me with the Volkswagen ID.Buzz, but the rest he was just doing his thing, and I was doing my thing because he went there with me for free. He was just nice to drive with me. He wanted to see Copenhagen. He thought it was fun. What is Cindy thinking about new ID.3? She doesn't care at all. The top sport seats has been available as an option for a while, I think, prior to them simplifying the model lineup through 2022. They told me they're new, totally new seats. So the comfort seat and the top sport seat should be new. Did I understand it wrong? ID.3 have the matrix. That's true. I just tested the Cupra Born, and I even compared it to my ID.3 with the lights. That is correct. The question is, do you need that? But all it does is a cornering light, so the light goes into the corner, and that matrix LED when you're have the high beams on. This and then blends out another car. On the facelift ID.3, was it what is behind the small panel above the front intake scoop? The same as what is behind the panel? A small panel above the front intake. There's nothing. The intake scoop goes to the tires. You mean it on the side? In the front there's a little piece. That's the same on every ID.3. That didn't change. New material maybe, but not the seat itself. Maybe it was that. I love my matrix. It's good. If you prefer that, stick with that. What am I saying? As always. Yeah, always I have to ask again. Darren, are you here? Darren, are you okay? Does anyone see Darren, the life of batteries? Since January I haven't seen him, and he's not a member anymore, and he hasn't posted anything on his YouTube channel, and he also doesn't reply to WhatsApp messages and emails, which is weird. I had contact with him, normal contact, in the beginning of January. Since then, it's over. Haven't seen him here or anywhere. I hope he's okay. Yes. Yeah, that's it. Good. Then, okay, what happened else this week? I drove the the ID.Buzz for 2 days. That was a lot of fun. So I had no idea. I asked my dealer here in Software 4.0 for the first when it is coming. Software 4.0, I don't know, in 2 years. We are at 3.0 delivery in 3.2 that when new cars so long time. The ID.3 I saw in Hannover facelift had 3.5 on it. I scrolled through the thing a bit. I didn't see any changes. Well, sarcasm, love your video, Chris. Thank you. Well, I don't hear the sarcasm here. Well, I don't know what it has new. They didn't tell me anything about it. It just said you can look into car and do whatever you want, but we can talk about the software version. So it had 3.5, but I didn't see anything. And I watched a few other videos. I don't know if they saw something. Yes, ID.Buzz. So yeah, I asked my dealer here in Posa about the ID.Buzz, and they said yes, when I get one, I can have it and do a range test with it. It's no problem. And usually it is a problem because they leasing the car from Volkswagen, and if someone is driving 400, 500 kilometers on there, it's of course money for them, and usually they're against it. But because me bringing Volkswagen attention and making videos with them, about them and stuff, I did a few, and I was the first to get an ID.3 in September 2020 and whatever. They were okay, we can do that. And usually I'm also the first to get a software update at the dealership, so that I'm a test vehicle. They're always thankful for that. And so they said sure when the ID.Buzz will come, and then it arrived. I asked, can I drive it? And then, oh, you have to contact this person, because as in Volkswagen themselves, even at the dealership, the ID.Buzz is a different category. So Volkswagen is many companies, you know, Porsche, Audi, Seat, Cupra, Skoda. There's more. They sold Bugatti to Rimac. What else did they have? I'm sure they have more. And Volkswagen Nutzfahrzeuge, which is the bus, as before the T1 to T5, is a different company within the company. Even it says Volkswagen on there. So, for example, if I want a press car, an ID.Buzz, I cannot contact the person that I contacted for ID.3, 4, 5, or GTX and everything. It's something different. Commercial vehicles, exactly. It's totally different company within Volkswagen, and at the dealer it's the same thing. And I contacted him and he said, yes, we can do that, but our ID.Buzz has a software problem right now. We have to fix that, and then you can have it to drive. And then a month went by, nothing. I emailed, nothing came back. I emailed again. 2 weeks later, nothing came back. So I said, okay, they don't want to give me a car, I guess. I contacted, at the same time as I contacted them, I contacted a dealer in Plattling, AVP Autoland in Plattling. They are amazing. They already gave me the Cupra Born to test, when then 2 weeks later I got a Cupra Born press car. But still, they gave me that to do a range test and everything. They were really nice, and they're awesome. I said it we'll say it in all of the videos, and I said it back then with the Cupra. They're really cool. First of all, they have all the Volkswagen brands, and they really are pushing electric cars. They're not just, first of all, they're not, what, electric car? We don't have any. Go take this Golf diesel. That's way better. First of all, they're not doing this. Second of all, they not just have the Volkswagen charger and that's it, you can buy it and this is your problem. No, they have all the stuff. They have scooters and I don't know what electric, but they have many chargers. I think there were 10 chargers in their showroom, wall boxes. And they do the whole installation for you. So they work together with electricians, send them out to you, see how much it costs and how it can be done. And even solar panels on your roof that do the whole thing. So if you, hey, I'm ordering an electric car, it will be here in, well, right now, a year. Then they can plan everything for your house when the electric car arrives. Your house is ready with solar panels, battery storage, and I don't know what. They can do all of this stuff, and I like that. It's not just here's a car. Do you really want electric cars? No, they're really pushing it. I like that a lot. Yes, and I contacted him as well because I know him already, and I'm always, come on, give me a Porsche Taycan. And they always said that's hard to do, and I don't know. I mean, come on, give me an Audi e-tron GT, and always, yeah. And he emailed me back, yes, we're getting an ID.Buzz and you can have it. It's even my personal one, so it's a company car, but I will be driving with it all the time. I will contact you when the car gets here. And then the car was delayed, and it arrived last week. So the week before he emailed me again. He just give you a Porsche electric scooter, exactly. And he emailed me on Tuesday, hey, you can have the ID.Buzz tomorrow till Friday, if this is okay. And I said, sure. And so after work on Wednesday, I drove there and picked it up. And on the way, when I did 3 videos with it, one day we drove to work, Cindy and I wanted Cindy to drive the car so bad. I wanted Cindy to drive the ID.Buzz and film it how she's driving. Does she have enough space? Can she get even in the seat and everything? But she was busy on Friday, and she was not today. And said okay. That was sad. I would have loved that. It would be a great video. Short woman in the ID.Buzz. And maybe also say her opinion then what she thinks about it. It's a ginormous car. And by the way, which is amazing, I was scared that the dogs won't fit. So the dog blanket I have a blanket that you attach to the headrests of the seats, at the rear seats, and then the blanket goes down. You know my thing, and then it goes forward, and then you attach it to the front headrests, and then side walls go up as well that you can attach to the handles on the roof. And the handles on the roof don't exist in the bus. In the rear, just in the front. But I was scared that the distance from front seats to rear seats is too far, and then the blanket will be all crooked, not like it should be, like this, then it will be like this when the seats are so far away. But no, of course you can adjust the rear seats to go forward. And it was even in the fully forward position, it was even too close. Then it was too loose, I had to go a bit back. It was so cool. So no problems with the dogs. I love that. And like I said, we went to work one time. I did my run at work. So every noon at work I have to go. Our office and our warehouse is separated. I go from the warehouse to the office, bring them stuff that arrived that they need, and they give me stuff that I have to send out. It's not a lot, but this time it was a lot, and it was on purpose. And I didn't do it the day before when I didn't have the ID.Buzz, so I was hoping to do that. I brought 13 boxes, so boxes like this, 43 centimeters times 35 times 20 something, I don't know. 13 of those boxes, 4 water crates. I took a picture. Did you see that on my channel? I took a picture. Where are we? My channel, community. There it is. Can I make this big? No. So there are 13 boxes. There are 2 on top of each other and 4 in a row. So these are 12, and then there's 1 in front. So there's 1 here in the rear that you can see. Then 9 of those DHL with a lot of letters in there that we send out, and then 4 crates. And still underneath, I didn't have the second floor in there, and the seats were not flipped over. And here you can see the blanket, by the way. This is the doggy blanket attached here and attached there. And but the side stuff you can zip up, but you cannot attach it to anything on the roof. That's sad, but it's still fine. And like I said, the seats here in the rear, you can adjust forward and back. Do you know when will arrive the 7-seat version? So the with longer wheelbase, I don't know. And with the different battery, that will be interesting. Hopefully this year. Wasn't there more? This you can't see. That's already for my members. That's not for you if you're not a member. There's stuff in there. Yeah, but that. So I did this. That was fun to see with the space that it's no problem at all. Of course, it's a gigantic car. I did my range test and I did my what I think of the car living with it for 2 days, and I did a charging test. I have to make the video for that yet. I just filmed the charging screen, but I have to talk about how the charging was and how the curve is and everything. What else is happening? Yeah, how was it to live with the bus for 2 days? Was nice. It's a very comfy drive. It's just way too much space that I don't need, and it's high up, so you have to climb in, climb out. You sit very high, and the if you see here, the front is very steep down, so you can see very steep down to the ground. That sometimes is very nice and can help. You can literally live in the bus for 2 days. Yes, you can. So that's nice, but other than that, it's just way too much space for me that I don't need. I noticed when you're driving alone and you have the heat on, and of course it goes into eco mode, so eco mode for climate, that it just heats up your area and not the rest, that you feel cold air because it's so much volume that is cold and just the area is warm that you feel it. In an ID.3 or even ID.4 or 5, you don't notice that at all, but in the bus you notice it. And if you preheat the car, for example, and then you have to put 3 dogs in and open those gigantic doors, they're really big. I mean, those doors, why can't I click it that it goes big? You can't do that? That's stupid. I can do it like this. Those doors are just ginormous, and if those slide back, the heat goes out like nothing, so it gets cold in the car very fast when you open the trunk too, because you have to put something in. So I always never use the trunk. I just put my stuff behind the front seats. Because of that, first of all, it takes a year till the trunk opens. Then it's not a lot of space where I was, so I could open it. At home, for example, when I was charging, I was almost in the... Didn't I have a picture for that too? Don't I have a picture for that? At home, it's almost touching the garage. No, I don't have that. I thought I had that. I thought I uploaded 3 pictures. Oh, it's on the phone. It's on here. Where is it? No. There it is. Can't see. Yeah, you can see. So when you park like this and the garage is right behind you, then you can't open. Right now you could, I think. But if you park even further back, I'm way too much in the front. Maybe people complain if they drive by. So I didn't open the trunk at all too much. But again, it gets so cold so fast in there because they're gigantic doors and they're electric doors. The nice thing is, when you arrive and you have to get into the rear, you can just press the 2 buttons and the door open while you go out. And you can close them as well. But if you open them, you can do it by hand, but there's a force against you, and they open pretty slow. Means safety and crap, and that's just, I don't know. I prefer it the other way. Same issue as always with Volkswagen software. They will never fix all this within the next 5 years. Who said about software? When did we talk about software? Maybe you're late. Some Volkswagen software actually works. No, I know what he means. There are issues with Volkswagen software that other cars don't have. Other cars have maybe a problem here and there, but it seems to be a fundamental thing with software working with the hardware that is the problem. And there is a problem. It's just some cars are not affected very strongly and some are. Did the ID software go straight from 3.2 to 3.5, or was that 3.3 and 3.4? I have no idea. I've never seen anything. I've seen 3.2 on the bus and now 3.5 on the ID3 facelift. So I guess maybe just internally for Volkswagen, but then they increased, did something, whatever, and they said now it's 3.4, now it's 3.5, and yeah, let's put this on the car. I don't know. Yes, and driving ID.Buzz is nice. It's a bit more jumpy. It's very, very soft suspension compared to other ID cars. So it's more comfortable, but it's also a bit jumpy when you go over a bump. So I prefer mine. And it's a bit louder in there because of all the windows. The view outside in the rear of the ID.Buzz is amazing. So when you go in reverse, this ID.Buzz even had the 360-degree camera and of course backup camera. But when you turn around, because there's so much window and you're sitting so high, you can see perfect. What I didn't like was the distance from me sitting to the front windshield. So you cannot reach anything. So even the rear mirror is hard to get to. I don't think Cindy would get there if she was sitting in the car. I really don't think so. The same with the blinds. That's just how it is, but it's fine. It wasn't a problem, but it's just what I noticed. Yeah, but it was nice. And if you want to live under the radar, sorry, I have to sneeze. Oh no, oh no. Sorry. If you wanna live under the radar, the ID.Buzz is not for you. So I have driven. Thank you. I have driven ID.3 when it was new. I have driven ID.4 when it was new. So not even out. And I have driven ID.Buzz. And when I got my ID.3 on the first day that I drove, sorry, there was stuff coming out of my ear with the the sneezing. When I drove the ID.3 on the first few days, I got 1 or 2 looks of someone. Look, there's a Volkswagen ID.3 because it was the first ID coming out. ID.4, I didn't get any looks. Only when it was still the camouflaged, but when it was the base, no, the version that the customers get. Why are we waiting so long in UK for update 3? Everyone is waiting for update 3, not just UK. You can buy a kitchen for the bus. I think you can buy half a house for the bus. Ah, you mean to put in? Now I got you. But with the ID.Buzz, when we were in Copenhagen, it was new. It was unbelievable how many looks we got, how many finger points, how many people came to us and talked to us. Nice car, and oh my God, that looks amazing, and whoa, whoa. So you're really famous. And even now, when I got the bus, so 6 months later, when I barely see a bus going around, I saw one in town once. It was a cargo. And I see one at the dealer in Passau, in AVP, Autoland in Plattling. They had 1, 2, 3 and a cargo. They had 4 ID.Buzzes. And but I drove with it around in the city, like I said, when I did my little tour for work. And I would say 3 or 4 people pointed at me or looking. And when I was charging after my range test, 3 people came up and talked to me about it. One was just another guy charging his BMW iX, and he just asked how much range I get. If in doubt, buy a bus and wrap it in camo. No one will see it. Yeah, you get noticed and you get talked to. I saw one when I passed a Volkswagen dealer today. Nice looks. It really looks nice. Cindy hates it. She thinks it looks horrible. I disagree. I think it looks awesome. I think they did well. Yes, that was the ID.Buzz. Then events. Okay. Cupra sent me an email on Thursday. Yeah, it was bad timing. So I usually check my emails, like everyone, sometimes a lot, sometimes just when you get a message. Since the opinion is important. And we were at the vet with Wesley because he has to get his teeth and his eye checked. He has a lot of eye problems. He gets red eye and just to look at it, and teeth the same. And we were at the vet and I saw that I got an email, and then at home I checked it because this was just more important, and I checked it and was an invitation from Cupra to Berlin that they're gonna unveil a new the CEO will talk on the, when was it? Cupra media event. Where is it? On April 21st in Berlin, the new Cupra Tavascan. And it's not like the ID.3 facelift, for example, event was over 2 weeks, and that means that every day 4 different journalists can do their video or whatever they're doing with the car, and then international, and then just written media. They just take pictures and ask about the stuff and leave. They don't need to film anything. All of this stuff. Bless you. Spotify ID.Buzz near South Manchester last week. Magic. Spotify. Okay. And they invited me to this, and of course it's just one day, so one night, and they said, come to Berlin, and then you get it even says all the stuff, how it's gonna you arrive at 4:30, gonna drive to the location at 8:30 is the presentation, and then afterwards it's over. That's all it says. And of course I wanted to get in right away, so it was maybe an hour later, then I got the email or so, and it was already everything gone. So I guess they only had, I don't know, 10-20 spots. I'm sure they have their normal things, normal people that have to come, that get an invitation, and they don't need to do this. So Autogefühl, Car Maniac, and I don't know what. And then all the others, they have to get this email, and then you say something. The big ones with more than a few 100,000 subscribers, they get the invite. Please come to this, it would be nice. And because they know they can reach a lot of people, and then the rest, so people like me with 26,000 subscribers, they then need get an invitation. And then it says that it was in a few minutes it was booked. That's why I didn't, because I asked it, why doesn't it work? And then they emailed back, it was already sold out is wrong, but it was fully booked within a few minutes. Sorry. And if this is just luck, if you're right there and do it, it's all about that. And usually when I get emails, I do it right away. Because of that, I say yes. And if something is then wrong, I can always cancel, but always yes right away. Because of that, if you think about it too, can I even, of course I look at the calendar first and see if this is it possible. If it's not possible, I'm not saying, but it should be possible, it should be fine. I'm going. And I want to go to all the events, only if it's really something. If I see a car for 2 minutes and I have to go far, then no. And this would have been one. I'm pretty sure you have, I don't even know if you can go to the car by yourself. I think it's all the journalists go to the car at the same time, something like this. I also have been invited by Renault to the Kangoo E-Tech. Kangoo is the little transporter for a company car. So like the cargo ID.Buzz, but of course way smaller. And they made an e-tech version out of it. And I wanted to go, but it is next week. And next week I can't go because Cindy has an operation next week and I'm alone at home with the dogs and she's far away getting an operation. And I just have to stay at home and have to see that everything's fine. And I want to focus on her, then pick her up and see if everything is okay. So I'm not going to an event. I think it was in Cologne. I also got the invite then a week after that because then it's fine. A week later, in the what is it? March 24th, I'm invited to the ID.7 camouflage drive plus Serien version. What is that in? I never know what it is, the public version then. So not the prototype. I'm invited to that, to Spain, to Alicante. That will be interesting. I still have to write them an email. I have a few more questions. So what can I do with the camouflage car? So the one we saw in Las Vegas with this, they have a few cars of this there, and then you can drive with the car. Same what they did with the ID.Buzz in Hamburg in February last year. So you drive the camouflaged version and you take pictures of the camouflage while you drive? I hope not. How do you call that? The ready manufacturing car? In Germany, I would call it the Serienfahrzeug. I have no idea what this is in English. And yes, so you just take pictures. You can drive with the ready production ready car. Maybe that. And then the media drive with the production ready car will then be a few months later. I mean, with the bus, it was 6 months later. The camouflage drive was in February, and in end of August was the production ready car. Cupra Tavasca, is that ID.4? I don't know. I looked it up if it's even an electric car, and yes, it's an electric car with 306 horsepower or something. Pre-production? No. The one that you get. So the camouflaged is a prototype, but then the real version that people can buy. Hey, the Lucid could only charge at 50 kilowatt. Where are you? I think you're a bit late. Tesla Spectre. You're in the beginning, I think. You're not live. So I'm excited about that. We're flying there. Matthias is going with me. They already told us we have to fly to Zurich. And then from Zurich to Alicante. Production car, that looks good. Now I'm live. There, you got it. Alicante, and then we'll be there around 3. Then it's an hour to the hotel. Then we have 4 hours. It's 2 groups. One is driving the camouflaged ID.7. One is photographing or then filming the production car. See, I learned. And then it's dinner and sleepover. Next day in the morning, the groups are turned. And then in the evening at 6, we fly home from Alicante to Munich. And before it was Munich to Zurich that we fly on Friday. And yeah, Volkswagen will book all of this. No plan. We don't do anything except for drive to Munich airport, park, all of this. So I will be back on Saturday at night. Maybe I'm doing a live stream on Sunday on 26. I'm not sure yet. Depends how I am. I still have to ask them a lot of questions. I never took my photo equipment, filming equipment on a plane. I don't know how that works. I have to look it up with the batteries. I think this all has to be in my with me in the cabin. And I don't want to put my camera in the suitcase and stuff like this. I guess it was with a cold battery. I reckon Tesla at 20 degrees as loads with loads. It's cute. Yes. And next week on Sunday, so on the 19th, no, on the 12th. Next week on the 12th on Sunday, we gonna see who wins the charger. I made a video. Nobody watched it. 800 people only watched it. Shame on you. But 2 people used my code and bought something from EV Nicholas, because I have a portable charger here, a 3.6 kilowatt portable charger. I made a video about it, tested it, looks good. Not just plug in and done. It also shows on the display how many kilowatt hours you're charging, with how much power you're charging, and for how long you're charging. This is the charger. If you haven't seen the video, it's just a Schuko. I would have wanted the 11 kilowatt charger, but he sent me one, but it only had the 16 amp CEE plug, and I don't have anywhere to plug that in. Not at work and not here at home, so I couldn't make a video about that. And of course then it defeats the purpose. And a 22 kilowatt charger he didn't want to send, and I understand that, because it costs him a lot of money to send that out, and he didn't even know if people... Oh, I have the thing on, okay? If people will even watch the video. And he was right, since only 800 people did that. But they're still open till next Sunday, till the live stream starts. The people can enter, watch that video. You just send an email that you want to win this charger to my email address. So far we have 59 people that want to win. It's all in the video I made. You have to be subscribed here, and of course subscribe to EV Nicholas on YouTube. And then you send me an email to batterylifeev@gmail.com that you want to win. Why do I say win? Win. It's not a V, it's a W. And yes, then you can win this. And I will send it out personally. So this, you get this charger, not a different one, you get this one. He sent me this, I tested it, and this will be sent out. Said it. 59 people, come on, chances are high. Next week on this stream we will see who's the winner. I will do Google random numbers and just press from 1 to whatever number we have and see who is it that will win it. You have to be, we only send out to Europe, by the way. So not even UK, because that's all then weird with customs and crap like this, and we're not gonna do that. You should have stayed in here. Your problem. Now, that's happening soon. I'm excited about the ID.7 event very much. Of course, there will be a lot of videos. There will be, of course, a vlog, how to get there, and how the hotel is, and how everything is around. Because I think we have, on the first day, we don't have a lot of time, but on the second day, I think we have a few hours from when the event is already done, but we are still there and have to wait till our plane leaves. So I think that we could do a lot of stuff, filming, and maybe go to the beach. I looked up today, it's 26 degrees maximum during the day in Alicante right now. Here it is, I think 10 or so. What is it this week? This week we have 8 degrees maximum, and in Alicante right now it's 14 degrees, but we have 24 tomorrow, 25, 26, but then next week gets a bit colder, 19, 20 degrees, coldest temperature 11 degrees. That sounds good. So, of course, there will be a vlog, as there will be also a nice trip video, I call it car vlog, from the Hanover trip and the whole facelift, ID.3 facelift event, how that was. It will be published tomorrow. Of course, I have to switch again. Patreons and channel members already see the videos, so if you support the channel, you get the stuff, of course, first. If you don't show up to the event in Camo closing for the Camo test drive, I will be deeply upset. I won't. You will be upset. I say that now. Camera equipment is best kept in carry-on luggage for security, and so it doesn't get damaged. Exactly. But I bring more. I bring a drone. Where do I put this? Do I keep the batteries with me? I don't even know if in a suitcase can be batteries. maybe this is a problem, and it has to be in the carry-on. And then we bring lots of stuff. I mean, I have to bring my tripod, I have to bring my gimbal, my suction cups, and all of this. I mean, I will take stuff out, stuff that I never use. No batteries in hold luggage at all. See? So we have to take the batteries out, but the put the drone in there. I don't want to have because I have the camera bag, and I have my normal backpack where I have something in there for personal stuff. And yeah, maybe I don't bring my personal stuff then. We'll see. I have to ask them how this all works, and I have to ask them what I can do with the camo car, so camouflage car, because this is important. What I want to do would be the first ID.7 range test in the world. I would love to do that, but if it's like the ID.Buzz drive that they did in Hamburg last year, they weren't allowed to drive alone. So there was always a Volkswagen person within the car, and they just drove around in the city for a short time, and that was it. I hope we get the car and we can film everything we want, except maybe from the interior. Maybe interior, there's something in there that they say, please don't show that, and I'm fine with that. I won't. But I want to love to do a range test with it, and have to ask them if this is possible. Because there is I have seen that Spain has a speed limit on the highway of 120. That's fine. I can do that. I will do it this time, not in Copenhagen with the ID.Buzz, where I didn't do a range test, and I should have. If we're allowed to do a range test, I want to do an ID.7 range test. If not, then we do driving test, and I don't know, charge it a bit and see. Wasn't the interior already revealed? It wasn't a real picture or video. It was computer rendered. So maybe, because for example in the ID.Buzz, you weren't, when they did the camouflaged video, you weren't allowed to do that. And then Carmaniac showed the rear seats even though he wasn't allowed to. But of course, because he's so big, he didn't get any problems. If I would have done that, I would never be invited to another event. That's the difference. I'm always complaining. I'm just envious. I'm just envious that there are people who have 200,000 and more subscribers just with a YouTube channel in Germany with electric cars. I want that too. And I'm working on it. I'm just doing a different style of videos. I know that I do more tests for people that buy the car, and he does videos for people that just want to look at cars. I'm pretty sure most of the people that watch his channel don't even own an electric car or even want to buy an electric car. They're just interested in them and just want to see, and then they get an overview. They don't want to be bothered by too much detail, so battery temperature and charging at this state of charge and all of this. That's just how it is. But I also started to make kind of that video for every press car I get. So if I get a press car, I usually want to make one video that is like this, and it gets the most views. And then I do little tests, a range test and charging tests, and I want to, at some point, how many packages I get in there and stuff like this. If they don't want to be able to show off the interior, cover it green screen material. Also good. Yeah. So that's, I have to ask that before. And I have to ask, can I even bring a suitcase? I don't know. I think so, but I have to tell them I have a suitcase, because I need to bring stands and stuff like this. I have a big suitcase. I have to bring tripods and other crap. It has to be done. Press cars are coming soon. So on the not this Friday, but Friday after that. So when Cindy has her operation and she's not here, I will be getting a Cupra Born with the big battery and the powerful motor, so 170 kilowatt with the 77 kilowatt hour battery for 2 weeks. I'm excited about that. Finally, yeah, it's true. I have to ask Volkswagen commercial cars again for an ID.Buzz press car. They denied me last year. And I want to And I'm getting, Kia was very happy with me. I'm so happy about that. You remember a few beautiful car, the Cupra. Yes, a few years ago, I asked Kia if they want to give me a car, and they gave me a Kia e-Niro back then, the old version. And then afterwards, they said, we're not giving you a car because you don't do German videos, and we're only for us, the only important thing is the German market. We don't care about international views when we give out cars. I couldn't understand that. But at some point I thought maybe I have to do German videos as well. First of all, more reach, because not everyone in Germany can speak English or want to listen to English. And I'm already making a video. I'm just doing, let's say, 30% more work, and then I have two videos, one in German, one in English. So now you do German videos and then you get a car. Yes, I did do German videos with the Kia Niro EV that I got a few weeks back, and I sent them an email. Look, my German videos, it was, how many were there? 4 videos? 4 or 3? I think it was 4. The German videos did 10,000 views for those 4 videos. The English videos did 30,000 views. And for a car that's old, it's been out for a while, a year or so, I'm happy with this. They were happy too, and that's why they're giving me a Kia EV6 in end of April. No, in the beginning of April, I think. I have to look. I think. When they're giving me the I have to look. I have it on my calendar. When was it? Cupra born on the 3rd, April 3rd, on the Monday. For 2 weeks I get the Kia EV6 all-wheel drive, and in the end of June I get the Kia EV6 rear-wheel drive. So I can test both cars. That's awesome. I had the Kia EV6 all-wheel drive for a few hours once when it came out. There were great videos with a lot of views. I made a video on my, have to change the view again. I made a video on my Behind the Battery channel about income. What is the video where I had the most income on my English channel, and it was the Kia EV6 video with over 400 euros for one video, because a lot of North American people watched that video, and when North American YouTube viewers are watching a video, I get more higher income than if European. And I already noticed when German people are watching my German videos, I get even less. So I have a good example. I told you the German version 1 year ago, and there are others that do videos in 2 languages. I know you did, but back then I wouldn't have had the time. So for example, when I got my ID.3, there would have been no time in the world that I could have done the same amount of videos, German and English. No way. I was dead back then, even with just the English videos. It was way too much. I was dead a year later when I got after my ID.3. So in September of 21, I was exhausted with press cars and so much ID.3 content. And the reason was, back then I was still working 5 days a week. Now I'm working 4 days a week. And at some point I want to get even down to 3 days a week. We are looking for someone, a full-time person to work at our warehouse. And so far, either nobody has applied or nothing good. One had even a date to come and work with us to see if he likes it, and he never showed up. So I guess not. That would be nice. If then I want to go down to 3 days to have more time for YouTube. But now I'm working Monday to Thursday, and then during the week at night I do editing on the videos, and then Friday to Sunday I either have a car or go to event. It's amazing to have Friday off. So many events are on a Friday or a Saturday. I noticed that big time. Awesome. And a Friday I can get cars from dealerships and stuff like this. It was the best decision ever. It was really really great, and now I have the time to do them in 2 languages. It works well. It's, like I said, 30% more work maybe not more, 50% more work, but it's not double. Because I already have the car, I do the test with a range test, I just drive. It takes the same time to drive, but just the preparation to film everything twice, and then afterwards to film stuff twice, or while during the drive, and then editing is then 50% more work, because I can use stuff and I know what I said and everything. So it's good. It's good. And that's it. Yes, so I want to ask Volkswagen Nutzfahrzeuge again for an ID.Buzz. I asked Volkswagen for an ID.5 Pro, not the GTX, as a press car, but they said I should contact them again in May. And I contacted MG for an MG4, and they said I should contact them in June. So they don't have any cars. So if you're not a customer, not a high, big press person, you're not getting a car. Yes, but I think that's it for today. Like I said, I have to write a few emails still, and set the car trip video for the Hanover drive, which is a fun video. I like it. To publish for tomorrow. Wait, no like game today? It's true. You want to do a like game? Yes. Everybody who's here, 88 people. I forgot it last week as well, hey? Nobody pressed like so far, and we're gonna press like all at the same time. Don't like. So I'm gonna count down from 3 to 0, and then everybody presses likes, the like button. And if you're on your TV, get your tablet or smartphone. I'm sure it's in the area, and then press it together. We all press it at the same time. I'll give you another 5 seconds to get the phone. People are leaving. They hate the like. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Like. Like. Is that it for today already? Yes. Well, it was an hour. Over an hour. 70 minutes. 24. 39. That's it. 49. 50. Yeah, it's okay. We got half. We got half. That's okay. No, I'm really going. I have to email a few things. Still have to edit. I did the range test. Sorry, I did the range test video already edited with the ID.Buzz, and my Patreons and channel members can already see that. Again, I'm pushing the Patreon and channel membership support. Go do that. Master and Servant also a lot. Master and Servant. Master and Servant. Like or lick it. What do you want? Exactly. Both. And I have to edit my other 2 videos in one. But I have time. So tomorrow, like I said, is the vlog from the trip to Hanover to the facelift event, and then on Wednesday will be the range test with the ID.Buzz, and then Friday is the next ID.Buzz video, either the charging or the how it was 2 days with the ID.Buzz. So I still have a few days time. So till Thursday, the edit has to be done on Thursday. That's okay. But I think that's it for me today. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. This was nice as always. Almost 100 people here. I like it. In the beginning it was always 50 or something, but usually we get 100. When it's a special topic like ID, software update, whatever, then it's 200 or so. That's normal. I'll say thank you. You all take care. Darren, you're still not here? I'm asking again. We miss you. I hope you're okay. Bye.